So welcome. It's a new episode for a Wednesday. Driving home late in the day. Well, late for me to be driving home. It's almost 2 o'clock. And we're just going back over the show in my head. I was thinking a little bit about City Manager Mike Letcher and his "I'm resigning in a year," and then saying, the media just keeps focusing on criticism and not problems and blame. What a whiny... I'm not surprised. And again, you've got to look at this for what it is. This is City Manager Mike Letcher trying to help the city council members by basically giving them an out. I guarantee you, and I said it on the show, and I wanted to make sure I got it on camera, I can pretty much guarantee you that he will not be there in a year, even though said he wasn't going to resign as city manager until August, 31st of 2012. I guarantee you the city council is going to push him out and get somebody else to fill his place for a couple of different reasons. I was saying two, but a couple of different reasons. First off, I didn't get to this one on the show, but it's a distraction. You look what's happening in Washington, and comments made by individuals, and this whole Teamster Jimmy Hoffa comment of all the Tea Partiers we're going to drive the sons of bitches out, whatever. It's all distractions. And the city council, this move by Mike Letcher is no different. It's a distraction from the election. It's a distraction from the issues. It's a distraction from Parkwise and the 911 system. And when they vote him out, it'll look like, those city council members that are up for re-election are being strong. They took care of the situation. There was more scrutiny on Parkwise, and look, they even fired Mike Letcher. No, they're going to do it so they can bring somebody else in before potentially a new mayor and new city council members get put in place. It's so transparent. It's laughable how transparent their motives are. But I also want to focus on, I want to talk about something else real quick. And I'm going to use this webisode, and I'm going to warn you right now, harsh language coming up. I talked about this on the show today, and I was just now thinking about it again, in light of these comments by Jimmy Hoffa, the Teamsters, and what I just mentioned with we're going to drive the sons of bitches out, and blah, 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 blah. In the wake of this national coverage that we got here again because of this completely blown out of proportion Glock gun raffle, it really should become national news that, and I'm serious about this, that Pima County Democratic Chairman Jeff Rogers called Frank Antonori an asshole on his Facebook page. In this age of civility where it's so insensitive to go and raffle off a gun because too many individuals, fragile feelings may have gotten hurt, and so much talk about how we need to be more civilized in the National Institute of Civility. Here you have the chairman of the local Democratic Party calling an elected representative an asshole. And the statement that the context of which he called him that was basically Frank Antonori made a comment about the redistricting, saying it's pretty much like a loaded gun, just looking for a place to aim and to pull the trigger and shoot when discussing the redistricting. Meaning they're just waiting to pull the trigger on the final decisions with this whole thing, and what a screwball job they're doing. And for that, Jeff Rogers calls him an asshole. But no, that should be some headlines there. Oh my gosh, where has civility gone in Tucson, where the Democratic Party chairman is calling elected officials assholes? Let that sit for a moment. Now, I'm not offended. Let me make this perfectly clear. I don't find what he said offensive. Jeff Rogers can say whatever the Sam hell he wants to say. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the sheer and utter hypocrisy that is going on here in Tucson, especially in regards to all this civility. It's totally hypocritical to have this not be given some due diligence and attention. Now, I know we're talking about local politics and a party chairman, but if the Pima County GOP raffling off a gun is going to get national news, And if Maxine Waters, the Tea Party can go straight to hell, is going to get national news, then certainly the Pima County Democratic chairman, since we're already in the news, calling an Arizona state senator an asshole on his Facebook page is worthy of some news. The guy is scum. He is. He's scum. And if I was a member of the Democratic Party, I'd be ashamed locally, even if you agreed with him. It's completely inappropriate. It's no way to lead. It's what punks do. It's what thugs do. I thought about it more, and it just is, you put that on top of his quasi-call for a boycott of one of our advertisers. I mean, the guy is, he's scum. That's the only way I can put it. He's got no moral standing. He's got no center or standard. I mean, I can respect liberals and Democrats to a certain extent if they simply aren't irrational and completely hypocritical. I may not agree with their ideologies, but if you stick to what you believe in and you conduct yourself in a decent manner, whatever. We don't have to. We can agree to disagree. But to go out and be so hypocritical that you will sit back and cry civility. I mean, that whole thing, again, going back to January 8th wasn't about nothing to do with being civil. But yeah, he was the first one to jump on board and talk about, just the civil rhetoric going on and blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I've got one more for you. The whole reason why I call him a shock chairman is because he called me a shock jock. He called me hate radio on his Facebook page. Okay, fine. I've said harsh things and called people like him scum and an idiot, but I've never gone and said what he said. I've never gone on my Facebook page and called anybody, elected representative or otherwise, an asshole, and he has the nerve to call me hate radio? Well, he's hate shock chairman. He's hate politics. There you go. I'm pending a new one. Hate politics. And while I'm not offended by the comments, you can call it for what it is. Maxine Waters is conducting in hate politics. Teamster Jimmy Hoffa is conducting hate politics. And Pima County Democratic shock chairman Jeff Rogers is conducting hate politics by calling elected representatives assholes. I feel better now. All right, still busy show this week. SC Cup coming up. Gabby Saucedo Mercer, running for Congress, will be joining the show. Katie Pavlich, Steve Kozacek. And I'm behind a really slow car. I should probably pay attention. Once again, distracted.gov would not approve. Thanks for watching. Bye.